It's time for Power Hour.
Just like that.
Shrimp Creole, Shrimp Creole, Shrimp Creole, Shrimp Creole, Shrimp Creole, Shrimp Creole, Shrimp gumbo, pan fried, deep fried, stir fried. There's pineapple shrimp, lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich,
just like that.
That's about it.
It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Power Hour stream. Into the market close, we have less than 1 hour, and just going live earlier because of that. I mean, because really, like, nothing's going on in crypto. It's sideways, not really great price action, and the S&P, just the buyers. It's pretty flat today on the index funds, but again, it's not even about the index funds anymore, man. Right? You've got. I was thinking about this yesterday. It's like a shower thought. It's like, kind of what's going on is, like, think about the bull market or the uptrend or like the bear market rally that everyone hates. It's like a house party. And so, like, all these, like, every equity equals a person that is at this house party. And I would say that the house party, it's pretty much over, man. Right? The sun has already come up. It's like 9 a.m. and you've got like seven different guys at this party that are still snorting cocaine, taking shots, doing the most depraved stuff that one would do late stage party. And that would be like Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, right? You got just like 7 left. And everyone else, though, has blacked out. They're vomiting. They are back home, or they're in Ubers, or they're gone, right? Like the Coca-Cola guy. Oh my, dude, this dude got food poisoning, or he got alcohol poisoning at this party that he went to. As you can see, Coca-Cola is down over 4% today at its lowest price since November of 2021, approaching a critical support. Okay, so house party, dude, it's over, and it's been over, but my God, some people are still at it. So I've got an alert set up. We're testing that ice line from October 2021, no, December 2021. But yeah, man, this is price action, right? I mean, like, all of this tells a story. It's not just, whoa, man, these are just highs and lows. Nope, it's the fact that you made this like 88 to 98% retrace from here's your highest high ever. Then the Gartley develops. Then clearly the attempt of the rallies from the buyers failed, where the buyers were unable to recapture prices higher than the highest level they had ever taken it. This was right around the time when Coca-Cola was at the party. Everyone's around him. He's doing keg stands. People are screaming, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. And now, way beyond it, he started swerving or started spinning. The room started spinning. He's vomiting today, all right? So, but these lower highs, right? Subtle distribution from the composite man himself. He had concluded his campaign. There his campaign was. It was incredible. It was unstoppable. But then all this time went by, less than before, and then multiple forms of confirmation that even less than before, and then below the 200-day moving average, sitting at 60, which is the old all-time high from 2020 before the COVID crash. I mean, breaking that, bye-bye. Context is important, isn't it? All right, so session lows right now. I mean, we're the lowest price we've been the whole day in a couple years. All right, so just looking at that, we can go to show you the SPY. Let's look at the Nasdaq. It looks a little bit better than the SPY, where it's so close, man, right? It's like, I think you're holding. I think you're at the freaking bottom still. The selling has ceased since the 27th September on the Nasdaq Composite, where it is a key level. 13K, February 2021, May of 2021, it's been support. Look, I mean, kind of even January 2022, resistance August 2022. It's trying to be regarded as support, and you got a low and then a slightly lower low. And you definitely have the argument for bullish divergence here. So if you're in an uptrend, you're oversold in the uptrend, and sellers are exhausted, there is an argument for a recovery here, for a bounce. Trend's still your friend on this. And again, this is the sector where the big boys are still partying, right? They're on drugs. Uppers, I guess, right? So yeah, I mean, that's the analogy. It just came to me up in the sky, right? We're up here at 600 plus feet up. And you just come up with these, it's like, that's it, man. That's what's happening. All right, so Nasdaq, and then we can look even deeper. We can have Ali G come in and tell us.
Technology, what is that all about? Is it good or is it whack?
Well, I mean, it's the same situation. I don't know if you're holding a support here on this one. I don't think so. Nah, see, you kind of have technically broken the demand line that the Nasdaq is trying to hold here. It's over there. Okay, it's not really that big a deal because you still are showing the same variables of seller exhaustion with a low on price, then a slightly lower low on price with, you know, lower levels of negative momentum implying bullish divergence. And I guess you're just holding, it looks like buyers are holding on to this October 2021 low. I think the major support's 338, but that's the thing. Is it so powerful? Is the QQQ so powerful that the sellers are so weak that they cannot get the price to go test 338, 342, which is virtually what the S&P is doing. It went down to its next support and it's testing it right now. QQQ hasn't done that yet. So very strong, but we know that. Okay, and then Dow Jones, we can look at it. Yeah, it's still the selling subsided yesterday after the day before. It was a gap fill confirmed in the lowest price since June 1st, so and below 33,271. Not really feeling too great on this. Again, the only thing you can talk about is maybe tech. That's it. Everything else is dumpster fire. It's reality. Everywhere else is reality. Like the equities market, the real estate market, banking sector. I mean, all of it. It's reality. And then tech's just la la land. I'm in a dream. Okay, so nevertheless, you could say, someone could try to argue that divergence would form if the selling truly stopped for the next week, right? I think it's just a little too early. It's not as well developed as the Qs, NASDAQ, and SPY divergence. I don't think it's really there yet. You're just still pretty elevated. Okay. Below the 200-day moving average. I don't like anything below the 200 moving average, you know. It's bad. IWM, which is certainly the worst. These are like the pledges, man. They've been out of the party, man. They weren't even invited to the party. Right, this was the swap a couple nights before the band party that we're talking about. Yeah, they got to do the Thursday night swap with the sorority girls, freshmen, and they blacked out, vomited, alcohol poisoning, hospital, all that, and they have not recovered. So again, they haven't recovered from the swap, and they weren't invited to the band party. But nevertheless, here it is, 170. 2020 high. They're trying to defend it for the 1500th time. I wouldn't say there's divergence at all yet. No, just way too whacked out. I mean, you keep losing it. You get me down closer to neutral, that we'll talk about it, but not yet. It's still just too much negative Momo. Okay, chill out on the screaming lady. Hope y'all like the intro song called The Shrimps. One of the best remixes of an EDM song I've ever heard in my entire life. Inspirational, right? Like, who was out there being like, man, I know how to create music and engineer music, and dude, I guess they were probably just watching Forrest Gump, and they're like, dude, we gotta make a remix with Bubba Gump Shrimp, dude. Come on. Duh. Art. All right, those are your index funds. Critical supports. obviously, right? I mean, not obvious, but apparently, clearly showing you just with historical peaks and valleys. Okay. So something's going on across the pond, London Stock Exchange. There is this bank called Metro Bank Holdings, and it's down nearly 26% today. Obviously, all-time lows, as you can see here. And this is the bank, I believe, that funds Crypto.com, or is a major funder of it. And that, in that situation, if that's the case, I was reading that they need like $600 million now, unless they're going to become insolvent. But what a range. And sometimes this is just the way the range breaks. It's not always like, oh, dude, it's at a bottom and the composite operator is accumulating his position. Maybe sometimes it's not. And obviously highest volume spike ever on the sell-off today. What is it down? It is down, let's just say in 23 days, about 3 weeks, this asset is down 66% in value. Something's going on the banks. The banks are bad. Banks definitely bad. I don't know if we should look at those first. Look at the sectors. Mixed bag today. Only 3 of the 11 are up today, which is the XLK, the XLF, which is financials, banks. Banks are up and Metro's not. It's a regional bank, though, so it's not the same as a major that's backed by the government, right? They got bailed out in 08, they're nationalized, so, okay, yeah. You look at the KRE, though, which is up 1.3%. Again, not just disconnected. It's not one lone bank that's screwed. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's no way to really manage risk here. You know, it's either you're taking longs at $36, $35, or you're selling at $43. I mean, that's about it, or 50, whatever. So not at an inflection point, just drawing down. And just yesterday, not today, but yesterday, the lowest price since June 23rd. So I don't think that's really good or anything. I don't see much of a structural development either. It's just a bunch of chop after the Fed came in and bailed them out with adding $500 billion to their balance sheet. Okay, carry. So let's I don't know, start it with the good first. All right, so let's look at the XLV, which is healthcare, the most beautiful diamond. Remember this: if you're in love and you want to get married, you want to get engaged, telling you don't need a diamond at the store. They're plummeting in value. But the XLV diamond top reversal or continuation is all you need to impress your significant other here, okay? Something beautiful. It's like an old Disney movie, a pre-woke Disney movie. So it's up today, 0.55%. Congratulations, XLF up 0.37%. I find nothing about this that's good. Yes, there are days where even in moves down, like after massive routes from sellers, right? The selling can stop for a couple days, a few days, squeezes happen. It's no big deal. Has anything changed? No. Your most recent discernible event is the up thrust back test in September, mid-September, and it's been number go down since then. And I wouldn't worry about a sector being up 0.37% on a random Thursday. I wouldn't worry about it. You still get a target of 30, and then you're thinking eventually the sellers would assume control. I mean, I think they've assumed control with this price action here from August to September. But I'm just saying, like, you'll test the lows of the downtrend, which was the bottom in October of last year, and then eventually that level will be, taken out by sellers, and you'll mark down to your fresh lows. And that makes so much sense when we're talking about common retraces from your lowest low to your highest high. I mean, this is too shallow. You got lower to go. It takes time, man. Time. Lots of it. Chat's not dead. Is it not? Hard to know these days. Let's see here. AI song. Oh my God. Kellogg. All right. So I learned something new today. And I think you might learn it too. So Kellogg, they split their company up in half. One's K and the other one's KLG. Let's get a Kellogg that is crashing. All right. I mean, it's been crashing. It's down 3.34%. It is at session lows. It is currently trading at its lowest price since March of 2020. And I don't see an end in sight, really. I mean, all the real levels breached. Let's see. Maybe if you're lucky, you get a... Maybe right there. Swing low, swing low, swing low, high, low. You know, you got some... That's a real level, right? Maybe if... What does it look like there? No, I think it's more like that. For Kellogg, right? Sometimes it just takes you seeing what makes the most sense. I mean, that zone right there, you can kind of see how much price action you get. So wouldn't it be safe to say, or fair to say, like that could be the next target here? $44 to $46. All right, I'll add another alert. If we keep drawing down, we'll keep hearing the beeps. But look at the this other ticker, KLG. I showed it in general chat earlier when I found out about all this. But this asset, KLG, in 8 days is down from its open at $21. It's now $10. It lost 53% of its value in 8 days. Kellogg, the real Kellogg. These are the ones I believe that do, you know, cereal and candy or whatever, all the sugary diabetes stuff. KLG, need to add it to the diabetes watch list. Brutal. Okay, so interrupting beep. Let's look at the XLK. You know, we were just looking at the winners, and all right, see, like the XLK, there's bullish divergence, and you're about to go positive on momentum, probably starting as soon as tomorrow. It'll be the first level since September 12th, and you're just thinking a low, then a slightly lower low, and it's all happening at support. That would lead you to believe you could run to 176 from here. If it performs well, yeah. So don't like think it's all over. Tech has been running. The party's still going. For a select few people, it's still going. For most party participants, the party ended. People are sick. They don't even want to think about alcohol, okay? They don't think about parties.
Chat still alive. Hype into chat for Tony the Tiger getting wrecked. Gould and Quadrox still the GOAT.
What's up, Andrew? Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, dude. Really nice. Hype in the chat, I guess. Is chat hype? Yeah, XOK is fine and sellers look exhausted already, and you could be going for a rally if this truly is going to play out. All right. Bullish divergence. Let's go to the XLC. Still holding, right? It's still, I mean, this is a level. It's 64.40, 65.20. It's a level. And buyers are still defending it. And you can't really say bullish divergence quite. It's kind of bullish convergence. All right. So buyers are defending a key level for now until it changes and it looks like a high, then a confirmation high, confirmation of a little bit of distribution. But again, that can happen. And then the next event. All right. So if this happens, it's time for the buyers to relent and let the sellers take over so we can find somewhere where there's more demand. But it hasn't happened yet because the demand is still at a key inflection point from history. Goes back to, again, September 2020. All right. Dow Jones Dow Jones transportation sector, it's still kind of rough here. I mean, below the 200-day moving average for the third day in a row. And that hasn't happened since May. And I think like there's a support at 14K. I don't know why you're not going to get there. You should. I mean, just that's historically where price goes to. When it tops out, it goes to that level. So why not again? Could. I don't see any divergence at all. I mean, you could say it's diverging, but normally you want to have a peak and a valley and another peak, and they're discernible. This is just one sell-off with waning momentum on the way down. XLU that had, it's been the worst, like absolute worst. It's down 0.18%, so it's pretty much flat on the day, but still after crashing, don't tell me it's happening. Has it happened yet? It did. It happened. Oh no, it happened yesterday. Look out, 57.14. You see it. It's there. It's not my opinion, man. It's real life. It's a reversal point from November 2017 and December 2018. Okay? It's also been in support before. A couple times. Wow. Before markups. So it's flipped to resistance again with confirmation, and you'll close below that level again in 30 minutes or so. Yeah, utilities, man. It's just the worst, man. Oh, God. Okay, the consumer discretionary, the XLY, probably no, not really diverging. It's bearish convergence. Doesn't mean it can't rally, but you haven't hit support yet. I figure you go to 150, 154 for a test. And then if you pivot there, you're just putting in another higher low and everything's fine. Not really too big of a deal here on XLY yet. Some are worse than others, like for sure. We're looking at individual sectors of the S&P 500 to see what's going on. XLI, industrial, still fine. I mean, like, yeah, it just made its all-time high in July of this year, and it's just coming back down to a key level from history where reversals have happened. So you're hoping that 97.50, 98.80 would hold again. Maybe you put in a higher low, and it could run again to 106, 107, because that's what it does a lot. So, again, really not that big a deal on this one. XLE, there where oil was getting just destroyed. XLE was drawing down with it, but I mean, really, you're not making. I mean, you're in a major potential reversal structure, and it's been in development for over a year now. Yeah. You did just make a lower high than the previous highs. You completed the Gartley, the 886 Gartley. There was bearish divergence, so it played out, but it's like, okay, bearish divergence here. How much will it perform? Where will the divergence take us? Will it just take us down to test the 200-day moving average, the demand line of the wedge, and then we pivot and we run again? Very possible, right? I mean, this thing could extend on. I mean, think about how irrational the market could be, where the asset bounces between this wedge up until like April of 2024, and you think, oh, we're doing it, new paradigm, and that's where they pull the rug, right? The rug gets pulled. So there's just still a lot of question marks on the XLE. It looks like it's setting up for lower prices, maybe, but it's not going to happen if you just keep putting in higher lows and higher highs. So XLB, the second worst performer of the day, is currently trading below a pretty major level. I mean, you can see a swing high from 2021, and all these swing lows, you're below all of it right now. Yeah, so. And wherever this pivots and rallies, there's an unfilled gap at $76. It has not filled, so there's still more downside. A little bit of bullish divergence. If the bids come in, there's no one really bidding on this stuff right now. So any rally that occurs, it's probably going to be a lower high than all these highs. Yeah, so, all right, gross. Not great. Not great today for XLP, the worst performer. Oh my God, consumer staples. And this is where, this is the type of, General Mills and Kellogg, and look at this. Below $68, $69, approaching the pattern completion zone of a butterfly max threshold, but I'm not, touching anything. Just because it hits the pattern completion zone, price reversal zone, doesn't mean it's going to reverse. It could react. But I don't know, anything below $68, $69 on this, I won't want anything to do with it. That was the top, man, and only lower highs since then, and then you put in another lower high than all those highs. Like, these three highs were the same, even though they were lower than the highest high, but then this is a sign of weakness in late July. And now a definite sign of weakness, breaking supports again. All right, so those are your sectors. We didn't look at the XLRE, which is the real estate sector, but it's not part of the 11. I remember what it did yesterday. It filled a gap that goes all the way back to May of 2020, and then you catching some bids off of that, and that's it so far. It's still below all supports. Not in a good spot. You're in terrible shape below 33 to 34.70. Hands off. Could be a lot lower to go. Okay, and any rallies that occur in downtrends like this, just remember, this thing could run all the way up to freaking $37, and it's still very much bearish and a terrible downtrend. So far below the 200 moving average, and look at all the 200 moving average down sloping like that. All right. But then, yeah, again, like Nvidia is leading the party, right? He's just there. He's blackout drunk, but he's still just Frank the Tank, you know, just M shape somehow reacting well and running and working on your highest daily candle close since September 14th. Oh, just got flashbang. Thank you so much for the flashbang. Whew, scary stuff, man. All right, yeah, Nvidia cannot be stopped, will not be stopped. It's insane. Okay. We can look at all the big ones too. Apple, holding, bullish divergence. I mean, a low, then a slightly lower low, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's there. And here's your positive momentum building more off of yesterday. Higher prices, but still below 176, and that is a key level. I mean, it's just real. Like multiple times throughout history, you reverse there, so you might back test that. Hopefully, you break it, and you just have this low. It's like, you know, what would happen to be like a really too deep on B, but something to this level, yeah, too deep. I mean, right, 886, 618 on B, lower low on C. All right, either a 786 or an 886. I mean, how perfect would it be? I mean, 886, you're going to fill a gap there, an unfilled gap from August 3rd. Not going to be that surprised on something like Apple. Microsoft. Oh my God, dude. Coca-Cola is just crashing right now. That's the Coca-Cola alert. So technically it's out of support. A major level. Oh my God, dude. Do you see this? It's like kind of breaking it right now. Oh, good God, dude. I have an alert set up. If it takes out both of these lows, I'll hear the beep and it'd be the lowest price since March of 2021. Wow, man. They're rugging. You had too much time, right? Remember, traditional technical analysis not only helps us manage risk, it helps us understand what the buyers and the sellers are maybe doing. Not always, it's not foolproof, it's not 100%, but it can, the psychology of buyers and sellers, right? Less than before confirmed, then even less than before a couple times confirmed, then the previous highs, downtrend, bear trend, awful. All right, so back to Microsoft, sorry. Now, interrupting beeps, man. Sometimes it just happens. Welcome to the stream. This is good because, like, hey, the stock market's open, you know, and we're in power hour. So look at this. I mean, you just can't be surprised if Microsoft buyers come in here. It's just reality. Like, I like this one better than Apple because it's at a level, at a support. And look, I mean, you can see they're really trying here to defend it as support in Class B, Class A, bullish divergence, slightly lower low than the previous low. Yeah, if you get a rally here, it is the least surprising thing ever. It's almost like a potential bullish dragon pattern. It's only potential because it hasn't broken a spine yet, but you say potential bullish dragon on Microsoft currently. And here's the spine. And it just looks like that. Predictable or recognizable, discernible, understandable, right? Got the makings of a Velocity athlete. This is what happens at the bottom on slightly lower low dragons, potential dragons. You get divergence like this. So everything's okay. Let's just see what happens, right? I mean, if all stays the same as it's been for the whole year, this should rally. You should continue up on Microsoft, Apple, whatever. But if things are broken and really bad, this fails. The bids do not come in. The negative momentum builds. You break back below 315 and we start marking down to the next major supports around 281. And that's going to be really telling, right? To identify a potential bullish reversal structure and to see it not perform at all. That's why it's important to identify patterns even if you're not trading them. Let us see the performance of this. Performance will tell us maybe who's in control of this market. or if it, are the buyers still in control of the market? It's hard to tell right now. I think they're still in control of the market depending on the performance of this bullish divergence that has developed, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Mortgage rates, highest rate in 22 years. Yeah, what's 8% now on average, 30-year mortgages? 8%. Bro, the beginning of this year, it was like 5. So it's up 3% in less than a year. That's insane, right? What's up, Rico? Google is beautiful. This is the stuff I was just talking about, right? Performance, a bearish, like, so we have identified some bullish on Microsoft. So let's see if the buyers are really still in control, we're going to see good performance and reliability. Just like if we identify a bearish pattern with a bearish edge in an uptrend, all right, I cannot be sold on this rising wedge breakdown yet until I see performance. Performance, none. No performance at all. Only highest low of entire uptrend of the year 2023. Hidden bullish divergence is playing out so far.
Hi Mitch, is it just me or GDXGC1 looks bullish? Gold major stocks against gold futures.
Rico, I don't know. We'll look. You can definitely take a look at it. Thank you for the contribution to the crowdsourced stream, dude. Thank you. Kingsman. Right? You see what I'm saying? Performance is important because it can help us understand really what's going on. Man, no seller performance here. Joke. Higher lows, highest low of rally. About to go positive on momentum again already. It'll be either today or tomorrow, no matter what. All right. Let's see here. Google, Microsoft, Amazon. No, we didn't look at Amazon. Last one of the big boys. Amazon, not really concerned. Still holding 123. But if it draws down even more, not really worried about it. What a run it's been on. It hit profit taking levels, and that's it. Hit a 98, 99% retrace from the August high at the peak. So I would say of all of them, it's not showing an edge. So I think it's inferior to not just Google, but Microsoft and Apple, and definitely inferior to Nvidia. Right? Because if you think about Google is working on 886 retrace from its all-time high to low. Apple already exceeded a 100% retrace. Microsoft exceeded a 100% retrace from its all-time high to low, meaning it all-time highs. And this one hit not even a 618 yet. So, yeah, of all of them, the big boys, this is probably the worst. But still, it's all right. All right. Oh, yeah. So I got the quad screen. Oh, so the quad screen out of the futures. A little scaled down on the S&P top left. But yeah, I mean, support, right? We've already looked at it. This is what's happening at the support, scaled in on the 4 hour. Like, the buyers are trying really, really hard here. Yeah, just kind of holding Nasdaq 100. It hasn't really, I mean, it's trying to pivot, but there's no follow through yet anywhere. There's no follow through anywhere yet on buying. Just only potential pivots are being put in. Okay, so what is this? GDX. I don't think there was another request, dude. I don't think. Yeah, no requests. GDX to GC1 exclamation point. AMD backtest a breakout? Hey, what's up, Doobie man? Maybe. We can take a gander. I know it's down today. Ugh. I don't think it backtested. I think it couldn't break out. I think you do. I guess we look after this. GDX, which is Rico says he wants to look at gold major stocks paired against gold futures. Let's go to the weekly. I've never been here before. Give me some context. Oh, it's not really. So it's like an S coin. Okay. It's like ICP coin or something. Garbage. I don't know, man. Like, where's the... I think you're range bound currently, right? Range bound, and you're not at the low of the range, and you're certainly not near the top of the range. You're below the 200-day moving average. What is it you're asking? You say it looks bullish. I don't see anything bullish about this. besides the selling subsided in 2015. 8 years ago, 8. And here we are at the same price we were at in October 2015. 8 years ago, same price. How was it bullish? There's nothing about this. It looks like, look at the 200 starting to down slope again. Look at the beautiful, like, I love how the top of the range pattern develops. What is the pattern? A distribution pattern that we all know and love as a structural development to help us understand maybe what's going on. You know, because it's the psychology of buyers and sellers. All I see right here are proportionate lower highs, 3 lower highs, two valleys. It's a perfect and confirmed 3 falling peaks. This was the confirmation line right here. And now all that's happened, the confirmation line of the 3 falling peaks is being regarded as resistance a multitude of times, and just most recently formally tested it as resistance, right? Because you up thrusted a couple times, confirming lower highs and previous high, but then a sell-off and this really nice, luxurious back test, and now starting to roll over after that. Negative momentum beginning to build again, and your RSI is at 41, so you're so much downside. I hate this chart in terms of, like, you know, if you wanted me to be bullish and put on green shaded eye tint, I can't. How can you with these things going on? So, Rico, what do you think, man? I'm sorry. And like, dude, again, this is just my opinion. This is just like what I think. And who cares what I think? Right? There are probably people out there in the world that think exactly opposite. This is weekly chart, by the way. Weekly. But it's up 1.42% today. That's cool. Look at the daily. Look at the 200 on the daily. You're just below it. It's like left shoulder, head, right shoulder, a back test. Breaking down. Just a couple of days ago, saw its lowest price since November of 2022. So just days ago, this asset saw its lowest price of the year 2023. I don't think there's anything about that that could be considered bullish, you know? I mean, that's just nasty, man. And then you could maybe, like, if you're being open-minded here, of course, 1414 minimum, that would take you to the bottom of the range. A harmonic in development now.
All right, dude, listen up. First of all, Mitch, you're doing it all wrong, McKay. Harmonics? More like harm no nicks. You gotta feel the market, man. And bullish divergence? Psh, more like bullcrap divergence. You think you're some big shot trader, but you don't know the first thing about it. I've been trading candy and cheesy poofs at the playground since before you were born, buddy. So maybe, just maybe, you should listen to the expert here. Respect my authority. My mom still fancies you.
What's up, Eric Cartman? Thank you for the disparaging words. Well, again, man, you know, the beautiful thing about it is, like, I never claimed to be smart or an authority in this space, ever. So, like, no one can, you can't expose me because I never claimed to be anything I'm not. That's the beautiful thing about it. And it's just, I don't know, webcam, microphone, that's all it is. Not financial advice ever. And I just love traditional technical analysis and trading and risk management and all that stuff. Mark Douglas, it's just magic to me. It doesn't have to be to anyone else. It just is to me, and I like it. So it's cool, right? Oh, music stopped, man. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's probably screwed, but all right. Do you thing? Listen to Eric Cartman, eat cheesy poofs.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's all good, man. Either way, no matter what you do, you're all right. Okay. Let's see here. And God, it looked like Head and Shoulders anyway on GDX, GC1. So where were we? We were looking at, I guess, the big boys, and then that came in. AMD, yeah, he's like back test, a breakout. It's like, I don't think so, man. I think you're still completely fine though. I don't think there's any problem on AMD. Like you can't, you're maybe back testing. If you 12 minutes, what a comeback, you know, because it wasn't a back test until maybe a few minutes ago. But it's just kind of disappointing the fact that Nvidia, Big Daddy Nvidia's up and AMD can't, you know, I think AMD might be, it's outside the house party and like vomiting, but it looks like AMD might be booting and rallying. That's when you like throw up at a party and you rally, meaning like you just drink more and you're awake. And I think that's where AMD might be getting ready to boot and rally at the house party. I mean, everything's there. Like the only thing that would prevent someone from wanting to own this is the economic uncertainty, the way like just things are, interest rates are so high, you know that recession's there, like high energy prices. You've got labor unions, car labor unions gone on strike and are staying on strike. I mean, all these things happening, that would prevent you from owning AMD. But if you didn't care about any of that and you just cared about technical analysis, that's it. And trends. You know this asset's in an uptrend. It's been in an uptrend like Bitcoin's been in an uptrend since the beginning of 2023. Check. Okay, trend's your friend. Okay, so we're in a bullish trend and there's a bullish reversal pattern that has been in development since June that is nearing its apex, meaning each day that goes by, the closer you get to this apex, the higher the probability is of resolution, meaning a break up or down, an impulse. And 200-day moving average back tested as support, inflection point from history from 2020, multiple times 2020, back tested as support. Everything's there for a long, right? Everything, if you just care about the technicals. AMD is set up for higher prices. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful wedges I've seen all year. Like for real. It's tight. It's nice. Easy target 114 and 118.43, 50% 618, but probably 119 to 122 if it actually just performs moderately. Okay. It's there, but just pray for the macro because like that is real. Like it is, something's going to break really bad soon on these markets. But if you don't care about that, and just care about technicals, looks incredible here. It's so good. As you say, real estate is never going to drop more than 20%. Well, I mean, in many select regional areas, it has dropped 40+% from the top. So, yeah. I just couldn't imagine. Can you imagine? Is anyone in here a career realtor or in the mortgage business, right? Like a mortgage loan officer or whatever? Anyone in the stream, in this chat? Are you in that profession, that field? Because I'd love to hear what you have to say, because I don't know how you would be able to make a living in these market conditions. I mean, the market's frozen. Over 90% of all mortgages are 3% or under. No one's selling their properties unless they absolutely have to. And no one's buying. Even if they have to, they're just renting now. Rep, you're an appraiser. I mean, how does that work? I mean, don't you have a salary? It's not commission based. I'm thinking about more commission based jobs. I don't know about how appraisals work and stuff. Enrique says his friend he works 2 jobs. Before it was all overtime and parties. Today it's all work to pay his bills. Oh, okay, you own your own. Well, I mean, you might be commission based then, right? What is it? Build condos, people reselling condos before they are even built and taking a loss. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how people get financing anymore. I mean, you just think that, 8% interest rates, banks like doing, evaluations on potential lendees, right? People they would lend their money to. I don't know how they approve people anymore. It's like, you can't afford this. Yeah, no liquidity. It sounds similar to these markets, but god dang, dude, we're looking at AMD and it's just a work of art. It looks like if this plays out, it's like an NFT. Like you NFT this. You put it's a holographic NFT, AMD trade setup, falling wedge. Jesus. Wow. Not much out there looking like this. So we'll continue monitoring it, posting updates, looking at daily. So I mean, we haven't looked at crypto yet, so I guess we can. It doesn't really look great. I mean, Bitcoin still like looks not like, ugh. I mean, still below the 200-day moving average. Again, testing the 200 moving average and failing today again, right? I mean, 3 days, three out of 5 days failing. And you just don't do this, man. Like, why are you making a high and then selling off and then making a slightly higher high and not breaking the 200-day moving average and then just putting in the actual, like, planting the seed that there might be bearish divergence at the 200 on the slightly higher. That 12-hour probably is bearish divergence, right? 12-hour high to the... No, I'm actually thought there might be. That just price action's miserable, dude. That's like rejecting a moving average. The 12-hour 200 simple moving average being rejected. That's ugly, man. Why are you doing that? Such a joke. It's just... Yeah, whoever it is, they have taken full control of Bitcoin. There will not be like major markups. They've tamed this thing. They won't let it go. And so there's something I found out today. If we're talking about crypto, since we're here. We're in crypto, man. It's crypto stream again, bro. I found like, well, I guess it's Forbes is the source, but they have concluded that Binance coin, like Binance themselves, right? Like CZ, and some you knew it but didn't know it. Like I was talking about just yesterday, ranting about this asset BNB. It's like CZ is the only person in the world buying BNB, and a fresh multi-year low on Coca-Cola. Can we get some?
Look here. Look, listen.
Sorry.
Hype in the chat.
Coca-Cola, oh my God, man. There it is, chat. Breaching an October 2021, December 2021 low, and currently trading at its lowest price as I'm speaking to you, March 26, 2021. Okay. No support. No support till $51, maybe. I mean, that's just a peak. I don't think it's ever even been regarded as support. Maybe once or twice. Okay, so $50 target from here, and we just have a collapse. You have a 5% drawdown on Coca-Cola. Its worst day of trading, I don't think I've seen a candle this large in a very long time. I think Coca-Cola is having its worst day since May of 2022, when Coca-Cola in one day lost almost 7% of its value. Yep, worst day of trading on Coca-Cola since May of 2022. Yeah, when they put in the cocaine back in Coca-Cola, I guess that's the only thing that's going to keep this thing propped up. I mean, if it didn't Coca-Cola, don't they do like, they own Dasani water? I mean, they own more than just Coca-Cola, so. I thought they were going to get into the cannabis water business where, you know, it's like liquid sugar water that has THC infused in it. I thought that was going to be the thing that all these companies were going to do. I mean, like, they don't have any shame. They don't really care what happens to the consumer based on what they put in food and drinks for all these 50 plus years. But so I figured, like, yeah, cannabis water was the next thing. Think about cannabis seltzer water.
Thank you, Mitch. If it's not too much trouble, can you please have a look at HG1, Dr. Copper, that Agardly with target for D around 2.63 ? Also broke major trendline support.
Certainly. Yeah, we can look. I mean, bad. Copper just bearish. Nothing good about it. Big old gross head and shoulder stuff. Yeah, bad. Like, I'm just wait for 330. And all this, right? All of this price action tells us a story. This was the buyers. They had their chance, right? With a Gartley they completed and a spring back test from history. Look at this. Look at that spring back test. And then it ran hard. And the buyers tried for weeks to breach the next inflection zone, and they failed. They rivaled, they got as close as they could to the previous discernible high, but they failed. And then what? A classic distribution structure developed there as you upthrusted, back tested the upthrust a multitude of times over the course of a couple of few months, and it was all concluded that what was once resistance support is resistance again, and you had a drawdown and you rallied because you do that, and then another bearish pattern has developed, and it's already confirmed. You've already broken it, and you're just working on your lowest daily candle close possibly since November of 2022. So I'll have an alert set up on copper that is close to breaking down to the lowest price of the year 2023. Yeah, bear trend. Very, very bad. What were you saying though about a Gartley maybe? Oh, you want HG1. I mean, this is the one I look at. It's the same thing, dude. Same chart. It's just the one I update. Gartley target for D. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's doing it like this. He's like, hey man, could we sorry, I gotta do it weird like this. Hold on. I know. C, and then this would be B, and then D would be here. He's talking about a 786 on a Gartley on copper. I don't know in these market conditions how a Gartley is actually going to play out. I would wait for an 886 all day. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, a Gartley on like a major Gartley. Maybe it happens. I mean, you can pay attention. Wouldn't it make more sense to see an 886 because that's closer to an inflection point? Like the 786 is in the middle of nowhere, right? Harmonics are really good for understanding where reversals could happen, but they're much stronger when you have the price reversal zone that is confluent with the historical support resistance. It's just the way it is and always will be. Right? You just have peaks and valleys. And it's like, okay, so it'd be safer and more prudent to wait for 324 to 329. But in my opinion, okay, this is just my opinion here, and I've been wrong and I'll be wrong again and whatever. I think there's something way more disgusting going on where you have an asset that went from the March 2020 low to the highest high, the peak mania, March 2022. I mean, you hit a 618 and bounced. Okay, 618. Okay, that's exactly, you hit the golden zone. Nothing at the 382, nothing to the 50, but yes, the 618 perfectly. Never saw those levels again. But now we're drawing down, getting close to it. I think that's going to be tested again, and I think eventually you'd be looking for an 886 or a 786, right? Where you want to talk about a Gartley? Maybe you were talking about this one. Around 263. Oh God, this is the one you were talking about, isn't it? Wow. Okay, he was actually talking about this one. Yep, that's very nice. 786. Now that's pretty nice one. Yeah, because you have like that 786 and it lines up with a lot of support from history. Okay, so he was right. Right. That's pretty beautiful. Potentially, right? So yeah, you got a lot. That just means really lower prices in store. And if it goes to the 886, it's even better. It would be below all the supports, but that'd be the area, the target area to look for reversal signals and divergence and all that would be between probably 230 and 250, 260. Okay. Look at the 886 confluent with a 1618 right there. Yeah, that would be a good spot in the 230s. Yep. Thanks for the request. But, zoomed in, scaled in. I think at least short term 324 to 329 eventually. Yeah, you were. Yeah, I know. You're good, man. Now you had it. All right. We did it, man. We did it. Lowest daily candle close on Coca-Cola in years, a couple years. Let's go back to it to just see it cemented in reality because it's confirmed now, right? With the stock market closing, it was, the buyers came in at the end and got the price back above. Well, look at after hours trading. It's almost breaking. Lowest candle close since December 1st, 2021. And it broke the September 29th, 2021 low. There it is. Down 4.85% and doesn't really look good after hours either. So Good luck. The most oversold reading on Coca-Cola since... Hold on. It might be history. Chat. Oh, no, okay. Coca-Cola, lowest RSI reading since July of 2004. Wow. Okay, so I'm thinking, let's just keep it going here. Second lowest relative strength reading in history on Coca-Cola, confirmed about 4 minutes ago, less than 4 minutes ago. Wow. But let's see, 2004, so 19 years. Lowest RSI in 19 years. Yikes. Wow. What a market, man. Pretty disgusting. I mean, at least, just you see what's happening. You can't tell what's happening just looking at index funds. There's no way to know, right? It's kind of a scam. It's like you're looking at the house party and you think the house party's bumping, but there are only like 7 people inside, partying still. Everyone else is passed out, alcohol poisoning, gone home, blackout, right? It's over. But not really what it is, but it's not. I can't tell. Oh yeah, SH91. Yes. So Forbes, like the source. Let's go back to BNB because that's where the alert went off. They're trying to stop me, man. They don't want me to talk about it. So it was announced that, or discovered that Binance themselves, right? Like the entity of Binance, they own and control 73% of all the BNB tokens, which is the chart you're looking at right now. So I'm not joking when I'm saying the only people buying this stock or this coin, right now, this token, is the exchange itself, Binance. They're the only ones. No one else in the world's really buying this. So it's just when you know that's reality, especially with the confirmation of a source, because I didn't know until I knew, but I didn't know, like Mafia. But now I really know. How could you ever, even if it rallied, how could you ever want to own this again, BNB, knowing that? And plus, there's like these developments going on about CZ and Justin Sun, where they're like draining liquidity out of the entire crypto market, which I would believe because I think Justin Sun's a scammer. I think he's a major scammer and he's done nothing but hurt this space, but he's benefited so much. And I think he's backed by the Communist Chinese Party. I think CZ's got some help too, but I don't think the craziness is over yet. And the thing that people are so worried about with US dollar tether and US dollar coin, I think it's real. I think the fear's there, and I think there's something going on under the hood. And I think it could definitely cause more panic and take prices a lot lower. Let's look at the US dollar coin market cap. And let me show you what I'm talking about. This is Justin Sun, the culprit. One of the culprits. CZ, like they're taking money out of US dollar coin, or they're draining liquidity. And so, just this weekend, it was a Saturday. I remember pinging y'all when I saw it. Saturday, US dollar coin, its market cap dropped crap loads, like 20% in a day or something. But it was at its lowest level since June of 2021, and it's still down there, and it's still being drained. So there's stuff going on. Like there really is stuff going on behind the scenes, and I think it will end with something breaking. All it takes, composite operator, one bad thing. All he's got to do is pick up the phone and say, go ahead and queue up the Tron, Justin Sun, Binance coin, scam, fraud. Go ahead and queue it up and play it around the world, multiple news sources. That's all it's going to take. And BNB is going to crash when that happens. Oh yeah, I think a lot of people were watching me back then, SH91. Yeah, that was a scary time, man. I was live for the open. only for the market to be open for 1 or 2 minutes before the circuit breakers triggered and trading stopped for 5 minutes. That was the longest, some of the longest 5 minutes I ever remember as a streamer. It was so crazy and surreal. I wonder if we'll ever get anything like that. I don't know. It might take the whole world economy halting with lockdowns, but I don't know if we'll get it this time around. That type of crazy, scary 1987, 2020 crash. I don't know if we'll get it like that. USDC controlled by Circle, Coinbase. Yeah, well, why is the liquidity drained out so much and continuing to drain? And why did it drop? What was it like on Saturday? It went from, it was crazy. It was like, holy crap, it was at 27 billion and then it went back down to 25. So from the high to low, it dropped like 8.4%, 8.5. So not 20, but nearly 10. But it's just like, wow, that is, I don't even know how we look at this. There's no support, dude. Maybe that's telling you something if there's no support. Well, if there was support, I'm just saying it's a stable, it doesn't matter. It's a market cap. If there was a support, it would have been right here. You see it from 2021. Weird price action. That was it. And it got formally back tested as resistance with that scam wick on Saturday. Okay. Not really what you're looking for. Good. Oh yeah. Hey, natural gas. I think it broke out today, right? So that's big hype in the chat with some TA respect to a degree, right? I mean, we knew like, hey, you're getting up here and just no one's buying, but now they've actually come in. The strength, look at this. Huge development on natural gas. You knew if it broke out nearly $4, there's no resistance support here. Highest daily candle close on natural gas, 1 hour, 15 minutes since January 24th of this year. So big breakout on natural gas. Can't say it wasn't interesting with one low, the second low, but then the classic accumulation here, and then the spring back test of a key inflection point from history. That's incredible, and it just took forever, but it's so cool to see how it's playing out now. It's like, yep, very nice, man. You have to be like following the stream or in the Patreon or whatever to know like kind of what the assessment was of this for how long, and it's like, yeah, I mean, they're trying to hold the demand line, but it's not. It's like range bound, and now you're breaking the range. Very nice. Orange juice. Oh my. Orange juice chat. Highest daily candle close in human history. Closed at its highs of the day, just like yesterday. $375.95. Never, ever has it happened like this. This is the craziest commodity in the world. The 2618. I mean, it was a joke, right? And now it's starting every day we inch closer to it. And that 2618 fib extension is $448. It's insane how the 1618 was like back tested as support before going higher. It's just ridiculous. Finally, hogs caught some bids, man. Yeah, I mean, another spring back test. I love that. If buyers can hold this, man, telling you, hogs looking fine for way more upside. Just when's they gonna do it? Still below the 200. I don't like that. I just like all the accumulation that's been going on. What's up, Ani? Yeah, we can look at Marathon. Not Marathon Petroleum MPC, but he wants to look at Marathon, the crypto miner. Sure. Hogs, let's go. Hype in the chat. It's at an actionable area for long. It's just like if you get stopped out, it just means like you just take on the most minimal losses.
0.00309315 ETH.
Hey, Dow Jones, man. What's up, dude? He says peace again. Peace be with you. Thank you. Much love, dude. Been around for a long time, contributing the stream with the pieces and just viewing, and I really appreciate it, man. Grateful for you. You see me? I think it's the same for everyone that's watching me right now. I mean, if you're watching me in October of 2023, you are a real one. Holy crap.
Can you please take a look at Mara? Thank you for all you do.
Much love. Yep. Oh, look, so I'm just saying about hog futures. Like, you never know if an asset's going to play out or not, if a trade setup would play out, but you certainly know where key levels are. And those key levels with price action can help us manage our risk. And that's all TA is. And if you're at a key level and buyers are trying to defend it, it's like you could set up an entry here. One could set up a stop loss either below 77.25 or this low from August 17th. You take on such minimal losses because you might lose, but the upside, you have so much more upside than you have downside. If the price hits trigger, if your stop loss gets triggered, there's a pretty viable reason to probably not own hog futures because it's breaking key levels that have been defended for many months now, 6 months. So that's just where we are. It's very interesting. Okay, anyway, sorry. Corn was up today too. Corn future. What's going on in the corn futures? That divergence, I guess, finally starting to play out. Yeah, I mean, there it is. Yeah, whatever. It's low, slightly lower low. Okay. 522 then maybe. Soybeans up. Okay, soybeans. They're still trying, man. Mike, no, they're not trying. It's over. Oh my God, yeah. Nah, dude. Nah. That's it, man. Right? This is a great educator in trend analysis, where just because momentum shifts at a support in a downtrend that's well established, spring back test, what happens on the rally will mean a lot. And if it ends up becoming the lowest high of the entire downtrend, it's business as usual, and you're coming back down to test that support, probably not going to hold this time. It's almost like a bearish rectangle between 1289 and 1430. And this was the potential partial rise. And when you hit the support again of that rectangle, it became a high probability of a bearish breakdown. And you've done it. You broke that. You broke the major support September 29th. Look, let me show you. It's right here, 2022. And you can clearly see, look, 2009 and all these levels in 2011. Okay. What a trend. What a bear trend. They're trying to hold it, man. Good luck. Who cares? Trend's awful. Okay, anyway, so what was it? Mara? Yeah, we'll look at Mara. Poor crypto. Yeah, poor crypto. Man. Ugh. Well, it was a nice rally. You know, it's like a dragon, right? Dragon rally. And just made a slightly higher high than its previous high. I guess it hit, pretty much, it looks like a, a zone here. It's always the zone, man. I'm just looking at the 2012 low and 2015 low. There was a failure to see that price. But it seems like maybe what happened was a local low from 2021 and 2022 was regarded as resistance before rolling over. Okay, so I guess that happened. And so it's been a rout. It's been a bearish rout. I mean, from July to now, they paused rates right here. Just like on the stock market. Stock market topped out when they paused rates. Same with Marathon Digital Holdings. Down 65% in 80 days. Wow, destroyed. Below the 200-day moving average. Below $8.86. That's a huge deal. I wouldn't want to touch Marathon below $8.86. The target here is $5. History tells you $5 and only $5. So I would wait until this asset loses another 30% of its value. Ani, I would wait. Nothing good about this at all. Technical bearish breakdown, below moving average. It's just bad. I would wait till $5. Yeah, maybe a little divergence on the MACD. Just doesn't matter. You can't manage your risk with the divergence, the potential divergence that could be bullcrap anyway. How do you manage it? You need buyers to defend key levels. Hey, look, buyers defend a key level, setting up an entry and a stop loss somewhere. Got it, 886. It took forever, but finally a rally off that level. But now you're below it. And it's like, no, hands off limits. No, let's look at the DXY. Why not, man? cares? Power stream's over, or the power hour's over. DXY, yeah, just came up and pulling back some. Bound to happen after such a crazy run. I think it was 11 weeks in a row. First time maybe ever that we saw, maybe the first time in years we saw 11 weeks in a row of green. Whack, man, freaking whack. It's still, yeah, you're going for 12 weeks, but it's in jeopardy, right, on the daily. But 1 day, 3 hours. If you close as is or higher, it'll be 12 weeks in a row. And that's ridiculous, right? Yeah. So normally what will happen on stuff like this, like the lowest low. So you'll sell off and you'll most likely pivot and make your first higher low. And then that would, oh, okay, maybe a check back 102, your first higher low that signifies accumulation. And then the run continues later, but it might take months for the pullback to conclude with the higher low established and all that. So anytime bullish divergence develops on the DXY, it's terrible. It's over for Bitcoin when divergence develops and starts playing out on the DXY almost every single time. And I have this pictured. And I mean, we're not even in a cycle right now. We're just in this Rudy Poo rally. Off the November 2022 lows from 15.5 to now. So, I mean, like, you just got to wonder, will we get the same outcome, the same type of divergence? Bitcoin would be very bad if so. All right. Here's your DXY. Take a look at, I don't know, man. How the winners doing today? Get some winners. Hey, dude, NRG's up 3%. Dang, man. Figured this was done for. All the divergence, but breaking back above $38. Wow, that's very surprising. Okay. TU that had been destroyed, it's coming back, right? This is happening. This is called short squeezes, shorts cover. The random violent rallies, in 3 days, the asset is up 6.6%. Yeah. Just a little short squeeze rally, and then it'll roll over later, making a lower high, and then eventually see $14. Disney was up. I mean, like, are you bullish on Disney now, bro? I mean, it did. Wow, just yesterday, Disney saw its lowest price. Took out the COVID crash low. Yesterday, Disney saw its lowest price since October 2014. Freaking insane. So today, bullish and golden candle confirmed. Yeah, I mean, there's some daily bullish divergence here. It could usher in a short squeeze or a short covering rally. And it could even go up to the high 80s if it was to be real. But the trend's terrible. And there's always a chance, if you know that could happen based on the variables and it's at support, could very well just even underperform that, make a lower high than the high from frickin' September 18th, and then roll over sooner rather than later. Just extremely high risk on these assets, man. This is like a big old W shape or M shape too, extension, and it's not even close to completing. Like, look at this. It's like a deep, what's this, 786? Yep. And then the lower high, and it's a 1272 minimum. So minimum price reversal zone on Disney is 75, but if things get real bad, it could extend all the way down to the 1618, which is like $63. Think about that. Where's supports? I mean, there's just not much. Well, there you go. There's a support resistance, man, down here. Yeah, there you go. 62 to 67. So even if a rally happens here, this is still going to be a valid idea until you're taking out 103, 104. Okay, good luck, Disney. Square was up today. Again, middle of nowhere. It's been getting destroyed. Just yesterday, Just yesterday, Square made its lowest daily close since, March 24th, 2020. Yes, there's divergence randomly, or it's just the divergence is at an area where there is no support. So it could play out, but have fun. How can you you can't manage your risk on an asset when it's showing divergence, but it's not at support. You have to have support. You have to have confirmation lows. You don't have any of that on this. So cool. I hope it plays out, man. Fill a couple gaps and then crash again later. But it's up today, man. It's a winner. So bear market over, I guess. Oh, did we look at the TLT today? Did not. The TLT. Remember it being capitulating? It's still in capitulation area. Like you just capitulate when at a level from history that's regarded as support a multitude of times just is disregarded. That's capitulation. That's happened, and now you're just waiting for $81, $81.50, and you just take a minute, take time. There's just nothing here, man. Like, let me show you. Look at that. You break that level, history tells you most of the time $81 to $82. Yeah, no, what about Grumpy Cat? I know, dude, right? Oh, hey, let's check the Ethereum I know it's like off topic. Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Has anyone come in to say that Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin today? Hello? Hello? Lowest intraday price on Ethereum to Bitcoin since July 2022. Just waiting for 5.5 million to 5.6 million Satoshis. You are in Wyckoff distribution phase D, the longest phase D ever, probably, right? Just waiting, just marking down every day. And it will continue, man. This is a thing this is not a joke. I think, my opinion, Ethereum going to proof of stake has destroyed the coin itself. You'll see. In time, given enough time. In terms of like, oh, it might flip Bitcoin, not anymore. I mean, proof of stake maybe before they went proof of stake when they were proof of work. Maybe there might have been an idea of it, but not now. Nope. Gerard, there's probably a better chance of that happening than Ethereum flipping Bitcoin at this point, because you now have like regulator clarity on it. But again, there's no liquidity in crypto, man. It's just, you say XRP, it's down 2% today, and it's like it's still above the level. I mean, I'll give you that. We haven't gone to this today. We haven't looked at it. So I got alerts all over the place. Yeah, I mean, like going for a check back today. I mean, it really is. This 51.6 cents was tested earlier today. And let me show you what it is. You can laugh and joke about it all day. It's just a level that has been resistance throughout history. And it's been support throughout history. And when it's regarded as support, you see what can happen to it. It can go insane. But then it flips to resistance, even resistance. But only higher lows. So like someone's out there and they keep accumulating the asset, but there's still, after all this accumulation, so much supply at 54 cents, 55 cents. Just can't be broken. And if Bitcoin is going to make a lower high here and reject a 12-hour 200 some moving average again, I mean, there's no way it's going higher. Like, you have to be a Bitcoin maximalist to even care about XRP. I don't know how you could be like someone like Alex Cobb or an XRP member, right, and not be rooting for Bitcoin, because there's no way your joke of a coin is going to break 55 cents without some help from Bitcoin. Bitcoin cannot draw down here. It cannot head back down to 26K. 50 cents, the XRP will be well below 50 cents if Bitcoin starts drawing down and goes down to 26K. Yep, you'll be at probably back to 47 cents again. So don't know what to tell you, man. You've broken out to at least some level, but there's a local level from January 2022 that is real, and you can't say it's not there. It's so real. So it's kind of like 28K, 28.8, 30K, 31K on Bitcoin. It's like you've broken one part, but there's just so much more adversity ahead. I will tell you this though. There is the path of least resistance on XRP is certainly up. The path of most resistance support is lower, like way lower. Like all these lows, right? I mean, there's so many peaks and valleys below you. You've already confirmed a bottom at the end of last year. And it's only higher highs, higher lows since then. And you understand, like, look at the price, look where the price is, and look at the price action historically above this level long enough. There's nothing there till 76 cents. So path of least resistance is up, not down on XRP. Just sad that Bitcoin can't catch really enough bids. There's not enough liquidity in crypto at all. And you got this looming Tron, CZ, Binance, Justin Sun scandal in the making that will probably be the next black swan to kill crypto. And unfortunately, if that breaks, which is starting to, no breakout for XRP or in nothing in crypto really will perform if this stuff comes out and ends up substantiating into any sort of more investigation and all that. So Red Bull, I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure I've seen recent charts and Ethereum is actually inflationary. Like the supply continues to increase on Ethereum. Can someone tell me if that's real life? Because I saw that a couple days ago. Like it's still going up somehow. I don't know how. But I know what you're talking about. I mean, like, yeah, it was supposed to go deflationary, but somehow it's still inflationary. Still. Someone back me up on that or refute me. Total, here we are. I don't even talk to Jonathan. Jonathan, how you doing, man?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Yeah, since the network isn't being used as heavily at the moment, Ethereum is inflationary again. What a joke. Yep. And let's be real. When the network was being heavily used, it had its own major problems. So it's like you're telling me no matter what, if there's too much network congestion or not enough, there's going to be major issues with Ethereum. What a joke. Like, okay. Yeah, not really feeling, I mean, like it's elevated, it's broken the supply line. It's just, where is the demand? It's your 4 hour. It's pretty gross right here. It's like, yep, you just confirmed a lower high on the 4 hour, getting ready to mark down to go test maybe the 200, 26.5. If this is really going to roll over, you better pray for a pivot soon. Otherwise, that's what you're going to get. Maybe at this point we got a demand line we can mess with. Here's your demand line, I guess. If you're now flipping, okay, come on down to 26.9 for Bitcoin, I guess. Well, Jack's machine, that isn't proof of stake. Why are you going proof of stake? And that, and just what a joke. No, like you just would own Bitcoin. You wouldn't own Ethereum right now. You would own Bitcoin or maybe XRP because of the regulation and all that stuff. The SEC getting blown the F out. But again, you would only be conditionally owning XRP. You're not some sort of DCA holder of XRP. You understand inflection points. You understand local price action or stuff that's been going on lately. And you like, if say like the worst happened to Bitcoin and it starts rolling over, I think you're out of XRP back below 50 cents. I don't think you own it. I think there's a reason to not own XRP below 50 cents. Now, if it starts pivoting even below it, and you get stopped out and starts rallying, you can identify that and maybe re-enter. I'm just saying, like, right, there is a line in the sand and it's a conditional position, super conditional on XRP. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, XRP 4 hour looks, that word, yeah, it doesn't really look great. I mean, that right there is pretty ugly. A lower high getting put in. And the 12 hour is pretty ugly too. As you can see, look at the 200, you know. No bearish divergence on the 12 hour, which was surprising. But so it's just convergence. Just hope it holds, man. I mean, like, I'm the only argument for upside where crypto's safe is Bitcoin is in an uptrend. It's been in one. It's just been this complacent sideways action, confirmed bottom, confirmed highest low of uptrend. Before that was the highest high of the uptrend, and we run, and we're going to go break 31K and go to 38, 40K. That's the romanticized version of the story, and the other one's bad. You know, it's like no liquidity in crypto. In fact, the biggest actors in crypto are draining liquidity, and they're doing it scammy. They're doing scammy stuff. BNB's on the verge of collapse, technically. And 99% of cryptos shouldn't even exist. They were scams from the beginning to enrich the people who created them, and you were the exit liquidity. So, I mean, like, it's like, I think, yes, Bitcoin is amazing, but the price isn't relevant on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin could be at 20K, and it's still going to be an amazing asset, an amazing invention that will be needed in the wars to come. Because the wars to come will not be foreign entities. It will be our own governments. So I don't really care about the price of Bitcoin that much. I just would like to see the trend continue. Since, I mean, who doesn't own Bitcoin? At least some Bitcoin? My God. Oh, music stopped again. Dang. We've been going. How long? Hour and a half? Okay. So all you can say, man, is I have no hope or faith in crypto. Bitcoin's the only thing that's kind of okay. The only thing that would save this whole effing joke of a market is Bitcoin resuming the uptrend it's been in since the beginning of the year. That's it. But the thing is, here's the problem. It could be working on its first lower high of the entire year. You don't want that. You give me your first lower high and we start retesting 24/7 again. I think there's an extremely high probability that level doesn't hold and we head on down to 20K. Yeah. What's up, Kool-Aid, man? Thank you so much for interrupting the stream. Busting through the charts, man. Bitcoin's it, man. Everything else is a joke, mostly a scam. Like, it's warranted way lower prices on everything, and Bitcoin would be the only thing to save the market. So, I mean, like, I'm indifferent either way. Like, I think everything should go down in price. Everything, except Bitcoin, maybe. But Bitcoin will probably go down too. And the altcoins will lose so much value to Bitcoin, and this will continue to moon Bitcoin dominance, right? Continue to rally like insane amounts. And you'll eventually see 60%, which is where it probably should be. Which means all this money getting drained out of the crypto market, but maybe going back into Bitcoin, or it's just less percentage of capital flies out of Bitcoin and just really flies out of the altcoins. So it's a couple things it could be. Dang, man, I just look at this and I just want to... It's exciting because it looks like, hey, man, dude, we're about the composite man, dude. He's going to be picking up the phone soon. He's going to be picking up the phone soon, and we're just going to get something like that. Just waiting. At the stage is set. Like, you've already formally back tested a level too many times now. What else has to happen? It's time. It's time to crash. So have your alerts set up on BNB because it looks imminent. But again, hey, man, looks are not always what they seem. Who knows what kind of tricks they got up their sleeve. But we know they're shady. There's stuff going on. They're bad actors in the space. And they need to be taken out. So, and this will take down all of your beanie babies. Will crash. Okay, so I'll leave you with that. Thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you so much for the cats making noises, you know. Appreciate that. And yeah, it's a great way to end the stream, I guess, with the cat. So please be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Good God, man, that scares the crap out of me every time. It's so loud. Thank you for the applause. But be sure to join the Discord if you haven't, because that's, I mean, it's free to join the Discord, but it's like you get not just notified when I go live, because I go live randomly sometimes if there's price action, sometimes it's power hour for stock market, sometimes power hour for crypto, but I mean, there's educational resources.
But I'm not done yet. Call right now and I'll triple the offer.
Wow, that's the first Billy Mays I've ever seen here. Thank you for the Billy Mays. But wait, there's more. Yeah. You get, you know, those educational resources, just the source material. If you're trying to get your feet wet in traditional technical analysis, you want to read the stuff or better follow along. Information's there, and there's no catch. It's the source material. There's no affiliate marketing links anywhere ever in our community. It's just the existence of our community is certainly and only to help empower people.
What the f did you put in that sauce?
TA sauce, dude. Tastes pristine. Where's the lamb sauce? Thank you. So join the Discord. I don't even know the link anymore. Can we get a link to it? I don't even know what link is viable anymore. Brad, you got a link? Anyone out there got a link? I don't think the old one works anymore. Maybe it does, Brad. I'll just post this one and see what happens. Maybe that one's active. I really probably not, but okay. So pray for Bitcoin because it's your only hope. Hey, it's Sanic. Thanks so much, Sanic, for speed running across the bottom of the stream. Thank you. All right, so you don't have an argument at all on anything out there, except maybe Bitcoin and XRP. But stuff like, I mean, Neo, it's like you're looking at a harmonic that's completed, right? And no one's buying it. So you just think that it could very well be over. A harmonic dud is upon us, right? Like the trend is so bad and there's no demand. Like no one's buying. And it seems like people will continue to not buy Neo to the US dollar tether on Binance. And I think all of these are getting gutted behind the scenes, right? The main facilitator of buy orders, sell orders, they own this stuff. So they are quietly getting rid of it. And eventually you'll see a 550 target on Neo again, December 2018. Could go down to the COVID crash low at 390. This is where, hey man, it's time to reverse, but no one's coming in to save you. In fact, the most recent discernible event is a formal bearish back test of the June 22 low. It's regarded as resistance now, and it's rolling over. You can't trust these cryptos, man. Even if they're staring with harmonics and stuff. Like, okay, I'll give it to you at the beginning of the year before Gensler came after crypto and the crash was concluding, and all these indicators were implying a short-term reversal. That reversal played out, and it only gave us information that there are far less market participants involved with the asset than before. And here we are back at those same effing levels from 10 months ago. Come on, Dabby Duck, keep the price propped up. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I believe in you. Push it. Oh my God, dude. It's so insane. Thank you so much, Davy Duck, for protecting the stream. Right, there shouldn't be this much time for somebody to identify an M shape, a type 2 return, and to go long and to make money. Like, it's just, there's too much time down here. It's terrible. Tezos, how about Tezos? Nothing's changed. It's miserable. It's a miserable asset that I think should be at 37 cents. I think it should lose another 60% of its value from here. I'm sorry, 44 to 52%. I think there's so much more downside. I think you could strategize a short trade setup right here. I know it's crazy to think about, but it's such low risk, man. Like, okay, so here's the price. What just recently happened? You just saw the buyers. The buyers have formally regarded these levels as resistance, and now you're trading below them, and it's like there's just not much to do but to wait for the CZ news to come out, that bad stuff, and then crash. Like, it's just, you take on minimal losses if you get squeezed, and like you might not want to be in the short above this level, above 69.7 cents, and just let this thing crash. I mean, it's a momentum trade. It's a continuation trade. It's a technical back test trade. You know, it's awful. And you just got to remember the market conditions, the environment we're in, and then you got to remember, what does Tezos do? Oh, right, it doesn't do anything. The price at 67 cents, it's not justified. There's no reason why it should be at 67 cents right now. There's no support. You see the next technical level is 37 cents. So just wait, and you'll probably get it. KSM, I mean, there's no reason to own the asset. None. There was a reason. You had a chance, and it was insane. And it's over now. You're going down to at least a minimum $14 target, but that it could extend all the way down to a 1618, which would be KSM at $4.61, and it'd probably still be overpriced because it's KSM. It does nothing for anyone in the world. It's a joke. It's a scam. It was created to enrich the people that created it, and you were the exit liquidity. And they spent tremendous amount of money on marketing to make sure that your eyes saw it, so you'd be lured into buying it. 99.9% of cryptos are the exact same thing. Please don't forget that. This is not a crypto stream. I'm not part of the crypto community. I use crypto as a search engine optimization tool to get people to watch my stream. So you can use my stream as a gateway drug into traditional markets, where traditional technical analysis was researched and developed over 100 plus years. I'm a TA trader, bro. That's what I am. Not a crypto bro. Sorry. How about Cardano? Look, I mean, the bids came in at a support, but yes, that happens. It can happen here. It can happen again, over and over and over. But what will the performance be? So far, it hasn't even made a higher effing high from this joke of a high from August 30th, probably only discernible on the 4 hour. It's terrible. Like, so this will induce buying. People think, oh, it's time, but it's just, man, the context is miserable. Like, you can take a chance and have your stop loss set up below 23 cents. I just think that you will eventually see that. I think like in these situations, like if one went long here, I don't think there's enough upside potential for you to have an equitable target, take profit, right? 3 to 1. I don't even, because the rally will be so awful. Might hit one target, or I don't think it will. I don't think you should own assets that look like this. Look left, man. I would wait for 15 to 12 cents, and then we could talk. We just wait for a lower high to get put in the previous high, and wait for collapse. Wait for another test of 24 cents, and wait for it to not be defended and a breakdown. Okay. Sorry. Tough love. Gotta have it. All right. Well, thanks for coming out. Appreciate the likes, love, support. Please be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. You can join the Patreon, where there's trade setups, education, my charts every day I post, and access to the premium Discord. So thank y'all for coming out. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the D, the T. Respect the T, A. Oh, thanks for making the stream staticky. Okay. man. Spray it down. Spray it down. Also taking ideas for what I should be for Halloween this year. Creative ideas only, original ones. Thanks.
You see here, kid?